Last news topic of the week, and this one kind of came out of the blue, and it's kind of fascinating. It looks as though, indeed, it has been confirmed that Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox Series X and Series S. Even more curious is that Nix's software is going to be handling the port. John, kind of curious, certainly difficult timing, but welcome news nonetheless.
I think that's cool, and it makes a lot of sense for a multiplayer game like this, right? Just expand the audience and tap into existing Xbox user base. Like we were just talking about negative things for Xbox users, but this seems like a positive thing. I will say though, clicking through to social media and looking at the responses to this though, my goodness, dude, like the negativity is insane to me. Like, people are so angry about this. Like, what are you doing for me, the Sony customer, is the attitude that I'm seeing. And I'm just like, man, we're cooked. But for multiplayer games, what it does for you is it provides like a larger player pool, and it just increases the longevity of the game, I would say. And for games like this, that's a good thing. I mean, the numbers are still healthy for Helldivers 2. But adding more players, always a nice thing, I think, and I'll be curious to see what they do. And since it's Nixie's at the helm, it should be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oliver, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the whole conversation about console exclusives can get extremely heated at times, and I did see some of that conversation on social media, and I think there is probably some amount of diffusing that needs to go on, because this is like Sony's most popular live service game. It launched day and date on PC. It's been PlayStation only on consoles for over a year now, and Sony has published games on Xbox before, like MLB The Show. They published Lego Horizon Adventures last year on Switch. They're no strangers to publishing on notionally competing platforms, even if that isn't their common practice. So I don't really think this reflects any like great change to Sony's plans, or indeed, like John suggested, the betrayal of some great swath of the PlayStation user base. I don't really think that's true on any level. No. I don't think this is particularly should be perceived as particularly threatening to PlayStation customers or to Sony's existing kind of console exclusive and timed exclusive business model. This is a different kind of thing. I think mostly this is a different kind of thing. But I would be very interested to see how this game scales, especially on like Series S. Obviously Series X isn't much of a concern probably, but Series S is more interesting. Like, this is a really demanding game, and it doesn't have temporal upscaling on any platform, including PC, including PlayStation 5. So would they consider like a 720p 30 configuration in Xbox Series S? This is a really demanding game. And then, of course, even at 30 FPS, it has some significant frame pacing issues, which I covered earlier this year. And last year as well, covering PlayStation 5 Pro and PlayStation 5 consoles in this game. It's got some significant frame pacing issues at 30 FPS. Perhaps that comes from the Autodesk Stingray game engine or whatever they've got going on there in terms of implementing an FPS cap. Maybe that's not working out so well. So, yeah, just a few thoughts. I think that scaling this game is tough just because of how heavy it is. But it'll be interesting to see if they can come up with maybe some novel solutions. Considering this is Nixie's, perhaps, that's not Arrowhead, maybe they'll come up with something interesting.
Mm-hmm. Just generally, the discourse about the concept of anything vaguely Sony-related appearing on anything vaguely Xbox-related has just been quite remarkable over the last couple of weeks, to the point where somebody using an Xbox launcher on a PC to launch a Sony game caused outrage and uproar. Which is just astonishing to me. I mean, it's a PC. It's a launcher, but made by Microsoft. The game's running on a Microsoft operating system, for God's sake, using Microsoft APIs. There's a lot more going on here than what's launching it. It's just quite astonishing.
I think people need to get kind of more comfortable in general. PlayStation enthusiasts perhaps need to get more comfortable with this idea, because there are going to be a lot of PlayStation games that all of a sudden are playable on something called an Xbox rather soon in the next few years. They need to be comfortable with it. And also, like, I don't know, I mean, the PlayStation PC strategy, for the most part, outside of these live service games like Concord, like Helldivers 2, is mostly to deliver games on PC with a significant lag. Like it's a 1 year lag, it's a 2 year lag. In some cases, it's up to a 6 year lag for titles like Uncharted 4. In some cases, they don't really seem that interested in putting them at all, or at least have not seemed interested in that so far. Like the Demon's Souls remake, right? That would be a terrific game on PC. It's not showed up on PC up to this point. So, yeah, I don't think that strategy is like an execution of that strategy, carrying that over towards Xbox consoles or Xbox kind of PC type devices. I don't think that should be perceived as like particularly threatening in any way. And even just in general, the concept of exclusives arriving on other platforms, it should not be perceived as too threatening. I think that's a little bit silly.